Hello to the 2 or like 3 people watching this video this time. We're back at another really beautiful place. Look at this beautiful waterfall right here. We're at a place called Salt Creek Falls, and it is the second tallest waterfall in Oregon. And in my opinion, way cooler than Multnomah Falls, which is the first tallest waterfall. Let me give you a closer look at that, and then we'll talk about some photography ideas, because they kind of just write themselves in this area. So there's the start of the waterfall. You can see it's a pretty strong flow right now. So this is, I think, the strongest that I've ever seen. And oh, there's mosquitoes. And goes down 240 something feet. Got a little pool down here, and I hope you can see it because in person it looks really, really awesome. But there's a rainbow in this section right here. And essentially the idea, obviously, is to get down there and then capture this beautiful section here, and this section going down there as well. I've been here before where it's a really nice composition where you can get this whole creek. I think it's called Salt Creek. I don't know if there's actually salt in it or not, but you can get this Salt Creek going down as a leading line, and then you can have this entire section full of rolling fog through the trees and out into the distance. It's a really, really beautiful place. And one of the benefits, as you can tell right now, there are cars parked here, but it's just us for now, and we hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sections here. This is probably the main waterfall, but there's another one like about 3 miles inward that we're hoping to make it to. But there's still snow on the trail. So far here it looks pretty clear, but we'll see how it looks when you start actually going into the wilderness. So hopefully we're able to make it all that way. And I think it's only like 3 or 4 miles inward. So yeah,
we shall see.
Wishing for the best for that situation.
So on we go to the base of the falls to try to capture a worthy photo. And as usual, I'm lagging behind. It had been about 4 years since I last visited this place, so I was pretty excited. I also had a new lens with me to try out. But it was at this point that we came across an obstacle.
All right, we are pretty much... Oh, they did. They blocked it off. Yeah, they blocked off some of the section to get down to the bottom. So we'll see what we do, but we're pretty much to the bottom now. And I'm sure you can hear it. I hope you can, but the torrent of this waterfall is just really powerful. And yeah, let me give you a look.
Yeah, it's really loud.
It is. Okay, what I love about this spot is obviously the waterfall, the mist, the pond here. I wish this tree wasn't there. It kind of gets in the way of the scenery, but if you're able to see, look at the textures on this wall right here, and then on this side as well. I hope you're able to see that, but yeah, the textures on this wall, they go sideways here, and the textures on this wall go more of like vertically like that. So it looks really, really stunning. Now the idea is, you can get down there. It's a little closer. Obviously it's a bit of a scramble with all these rocks, and depending on how wet this ground is, you might I don't know, you might have to crawl all the way down. I think it's definitely worth a try. This little spot, it actually used to go down a little further. You can see there's some stairs right there, so this used to lead all the way down, and probably just water damage over the years, that just eroded. But with some effort, you could definitely get down there. Kaileen.
Yeah.
Are we about to go down there?
We can attempt it.
We can attempt it. Let's go.
Don't try this at home.
Oh, you can't try this at home because nobody has this at home. Now, it is absolutely necessary to record yourself doing epic things. Oh, wow, yeah. It's like almost completely vertical.
I learned from Bear Grylls that when you go down steep hills, you always have to keep angle that side angle.
Yep. Hug the wall. Okay. I can't do this one-handed, so I'll get down there. Ugh. Okay, we're a little closer now. Show you how, just how close we are. Don't fall. A little closer, but we got a ways to go if we want to make it down to the base. If you make it down to the base, you are definitely gonna get soaked. In fact, my lens is already pretty soaked. Might have to give that a little, there you go. Boom, teamwork. Yeah.
My legs are shaking.
Your legs are shaking?
I'm weak.
Oh,
Not enough
well, be
carbs
careful.
and food.
Let's go. It gets really cold. You good? See, it'd be nice to say this. I don't know if you can tell with video, but this is almost vertical going down. Well, it's not vertical, but it's pretty steep. I think
I think you could get it right here, Albert.
I think I could get something right here. There's definitely a natural path going down this way, but I've got my lovely wife with me, and I don't want to do anything too stupid in front of her. I'd rather put myself at risk than put her at risk.
You shouldn't put yourself at risk either.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna put anyone at risk, it'd be me, not you. So.
But I think you can get something good right here.
I think so. I also think that, so there's this log right here that might give us a little bit of stability, and then I can be looking out this way. But I'm not sure if you can tell, but we're getting pretty soaked
We're
right
taking
here.
a shower right now.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's a stable ground. I definitely made a more sensible decision, and I think this is the furthest down that we are gonna go. It's still a bit rocky here, but there's this nice little stable base that I can utilize. Yeah, even right here, I have to really focus on my balance, make sure that I don't go down. I'm making it sound more dangerous than it really is. It's pretty stable here. Because we're kind of limited, and this happens a lot with landscape photography. Many times, almost every time, you will be limited by what the environment gives you. And in this case, we have strong wind, unsteady, rocky, muddy ground that's very, very steep, and a beautiful big waterfall with beautiful textured rock. So I'm kind of limited to the type of composition that I can get. But I am very excited to announce the newest addition to my kit. This is the Sony 16mm f1.8 G lens, and right now currently the widest my kit goes to is 20mm, and for situations like this where you are just very tight, I'm in between this dead tree that I wish wasn't there and then this bush, and with all my other lenses I have a very small area to, which is not bad. The field of view with my other lenses is just tighter, and when you are in a space like this, just really locked into a position, it's nice to have something that goes wide. I'm also very much looking forward to doing astrophotography with this lens, which I have not done. This is actually my very first time using it. All right, so I do gotta bust out the phone for this section and kind of try to explain what I'm trying to do with this composition right here. Obviously, I'm trying to get all of the waterfall as much as I can. I gotta hold on to this tripod for now. I'm shooting at f11 because I want to get everything in focus. And what I'm gonna do is take a few different exposures. One with, I do like that this waterfall right now is pretty strong, so I want to capture the essence of the power of this fall right here. So I'm gonna take some shots with a faster shutter speed, like a 1/25, but I'm also gonna experiment and try out some slower exposures, or sorry, I guess I should say some longer exposures to try and even that out. Hopefully, if we wait here long enough, we can get a rainbow coming out in this section here, because when we first got here, we were able to see that from the observation center, which was up there. So, oh, just look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. I do wish, and it's just wish, but this beautiful creek goes down that way. If this tree wasn't there, if this bush wasn't there and that tree, I'd be able to get all of that in just one frame. But anyways, enough yapping. I'm gonna get some shots in, and hopefully they turn out good, because this is my first experience with the lens, so I'll get to work.
So this was my first shot, and yeah, it's not gonna win any awards, but I was pretty pleased with it. I liked that you can tell how strong the force of that waterfall was and the textures of that rock wall. There's some mistakes that I did make though. If you notice the tree on the right, it's just a little too dark, and it wasn't like that when I was there in person. Everything else though was pretty close. Now if only that rainbow had come back.
We made it back up. I took a bit of a tumble, but everything's fine. Let it be known, if you are a photographer and a little bit more than just amateur, you will attract a crowd. Exhibit A is right there. But it's all in good fun, you know. They're just people trying to have a good time just like us, and they were very helpful with my backpack when I fell, so it's all good. But now I think I have another photo opportunity right here. I do want to capture the texture of that rock, and if I could split the waterfall into one side and then the rock into another side, I think it could make a pretty nice photo. I'll show you what I mean. So if you can see right here, I really like the texture of this rock, and it's worth showing off. And with this giant waterfall right here, well, it looks even bigger when you are all up and close to it. I've changed my gear. I'm shooting now with the 100 to 400 millimeter lens, which has very, very quickly become probably my favorite lens. But yeah, I'm gonna take this photo. There's a lot of people here, and I know they kind of feel uncomfortable when someone's recording because they don't want to be in video. And frankly, so do I. So I'll take these photos and I'll show them all right now. If you see this right here, what I'm trying to show, ugh, that is not in focus.
We'll show the pictures that we take up in the corner.
That's my line. That's my line. Don't take my line. That's my line.
Well, I don't know what that was about, but check out the textures of that rock wall. I've learned that when you go to a place, it's always important to try to zoom in and get close to the small details of a location. Like, for example, Now this moss, you can tell how much cooler it is at the base of the waterfall because of all the water, all the wind making it much colder. And here's them side by side. Personally, I like the one on the left better.
Okay, so we knew that the climb back up to the main observation area would be pretty much all uphill, almost vertical. And you can probably tell by the sound of my voice. Right, Kaileen?
Yeah.
I got my microphone. But here's the tip. If you are out of shape or round in shape, here's a tip. Just stop and look at the trees. And if someone asks why you're going so slow, say that you were thinking of a photograph that might look good and that might just get people off your back. It works almost none of the time, but you go ahead and try it.
Thankfully, with the help of technology, I can make us appear way more athletic than what we really are.
And you guys, this is the face of absolute joy. I have to pee.
Despite all of the odds, we did eventually make it back up to the top. And yes, I am making it sound way worse than what it really was. And although I didn't really get a killer shot, the experience and the practice of getting more and more repetitions in, I know will pay off.
Would be nice if we got just some fog right here, a rainbow right here, a bald eagle flying through, getting splashed through the rainbow, and maybe like a bear down there by the water, a salmon jumping up out of the water, another bear on the other side, and then a cougar down there. I really don't need much to be happy to get a good photo. That's all I'm asking for.
Since we never got a rainbow, here, I just added one. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. See you next time.